to go. I don't go no more. From now on, everything's gonna be alright. Don't go, don't go, don't go, don't go. Don't ever leave me.
We got these sun visors here. The owner want me to rewrap them because you're going with the gray. This same material I put on the headliner. He want me to put the same material on these sun visors. Also stitch this around the edge. These have been redone because this is not the original fabric that come on the box Chevys. So we're gonna take these apart and see what we're working with. We're gonna take a Phillips, take this screw out to remove this here. Then I got a razor blade so I can bust the stitches out. Then we'll be able to open this clamshell up. Okay, I got the bust open. We're gonna save this here, but all this here we're gonna replace. But we're gonna use it to trace out our new one because we're gonna make it the same size it is now. We got some chipboard here. What they use seemed like it's just some paper because it's real flimsy, but the chipboard a lot sturdier. So we're gonna use this chipboard. We're gonna put it on our, well, let me go ahead and bust this other one open. They got the light. Then we'll do both of them at the same time. Okay. We got the passenger side out with the light. We're gonna paint this up the same color we painted the trim on the headliner. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna mask this up. I'm gonna mask the mirror up, then I remove the not the reflector, but the covers to the light. Like I got a screwdriver here. Take it off. Then we're gonna scuff this up real good with a maroon Scotch Brite and spray it gray. Maroon Scotch Brite. All you gotta do is just go over it, scuffing it up so the painter has in the bun too. You can spray some adhesion promoter on it. Plastic adhesion promoter also. Here's everything masked up, ready to spray. Adhesion promoter. This is the color I'll be using. Medium gray. Just put one coat of this on. Go straight to the color. Pretty simple. We'll let that tack up. Spray another coat on. Here's the light. Now we'll move this out the way, get back to the sun visors. Okay, we got our old sun visor. I'm just gonna leave the fabric on instead of trying to fool with this flimsy paper. I trace out the fabric. Now you could trace it out like this here, but if I trace it out like this all the way around, it might not be the same on this side than it is this side. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna fold it back in place like that. Then I trace this out. See, I got it on the edge there. Come straight down. All right. See, that's where the crease gonna be. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and cut it out somewhere along there, bigger than what we need. Then I'll show you what we're gonna do after that. Then we'll get this out the way. Then on this here, we're gonna cut this out around where we traced it. Cut it out to right here. We're gonna leave that middle line there because we're gonna fold it so we can get the rate. We're gonna get the exact as this side. Y'all bear with me. Now this is how we're gonna get it. We're gonna fold it right here where this crease at. Now we got the exact same on this side. So from here, we'll trace this out. Then we'll cut that out. We'll be good to go. All right, now we got our sun visor here. Now we'll do the same, but we got a hole there, so we're gonna have to, that's where the screw go. So we're gonna mark this hole out right here. We're gonna find a drill bit, same size as this here. Then we're gonna do the same with the passenger side sun visor. Only difference, it's gonna have a hole for the mirror and the light. Then we got our hole. Take some sandpaper. Knock it down some. Got some right here. I think this is some 80 grit, but it don't really matter. Knock them down on both sides. Alright, now we're gonna do the other one. Then I cut you back on. Finishing up the passenger side now. I just gotta cut out where the mirror go. using a razor blade to do it. Just taking my time. It ain't gotta be perfect. You just want it big enough so the light will be able to fit up in it. Okay, I got the passenger side. See, I got this crease in here. That's right. Same way with this. But I'm gonna put a stitch right there as well. But how I got the crease, I just took something that was solid like this here. And folded it over 3 times on both sides. You can see there. I ain't got to worry about doing this once I wrap it in fabric. I already have it. All right, now let me get I'm gonna wrap it in fabric, but I'm gonna put something behind it, like some cushion or some foam. I'm not sure what I'm gonna use right now. I might use some soap foam or some Landau foam. It really don't matter because I'm not gonna put a stitch behind it because the fabric gonna be covering both sides, so I don't need no fabric foam. I can use some Landau foam as well. I went and got some cardboard so I have a larger working surface. But let me show you the different foams I was talking about. This right here is some Landau foam. It don't hold a stitch. If you try to stitch this, it'll pull through. And here goes some more foam, the foam that I was talking about that'll hold a stitch. The reason why it'll hold a stitch because it got, you can see on the back side, it got like this fabric. That way the stitch won't pull through. This needs to be the back side of the stitch. If you do it on this side, it'll pull through because it's just foam. But like I said, it really didn't matter because I'm gonna have fabric on both sides, so I don't have to worry about my stitch pulling through. Because I'm gonna have the stitch on the outer edge there, so I can use either one. And I really don't have to use no foam, but I want to make mine with a little cushion, a little give to it. So I guess I'm just gonna use this foam here because I got a lot of it. So I'm gonna spread this out and just trace out both pieces, the size of the template, then I'll be good. All right, we're gonna do the same thing as we did when we traced this chipboard out. Use our Sharpie, go around the edge. We'll do the other one in a minute. We'll go ahead and cut this one here out. All right, let me finish cutting this out. I don't want to bore y'all cutting all this out. I'll cut y'all back on once I finish. All right. See my fabric cut out with my foam cut out. Both pieces. Now we're gonna glue the foam to the chipboard. We're gonna be using this contact cement and some Landau top adhesive. We're gonna be using a chip brush, brush it on. Look like I already got one in here. It's about empty, but let me show you how we'll be doing it. It's contact cement, so you got to put it on both surfaces, and you can't stick it till it dry. Once it dry, it'll bond to itself. You could spray it on, but I'm gonna brush it on. Then I do the same thing to the chipboard. Once both surfaces dry to the touch, you can stick them together. Now I could have stuck it together before I cut the foam out. Would have been a lot easier trying to line it up now since it's cut out. But it ain't no big deal though. I get it. See how it's sticking. It look like it kind of stretched it a little bit. Yeah, look like that's what it did. So it look like I might gotta recut it. Y'all see? But like I said, it ain't no big deal. Yeah, I'm gonna have to trim it out. So it would have been much better to stick it and then cut it. We'll go back and trim this off around the edges. See, we could have saved that step from the jump by not cutting it, but you know, we learn as we go. I didn't know the glue was gonna interact and stretch the foam like it did, but it did. Okay, we got both pieces wrapped with the foam. And here's the material that we're going with. And we're gonna spread it out, then we'll glue the fabric onto the foam. Okay, I got my material cut out. I'm gonna flip this over. I'm gonna use some Loctite this time. I'm gonna spray both sides. And I'll go ahead and stick it in place. You can see it's already bonded. Then what I'm gonna do is take my scissors here, just cut out around it. Just enough so I have enough to overlap on the back side. All right, think we should be good. Well, let me cut this here. Cut a little bit more. And I cut this out here as well. Now we'll spray this backside. Let it take up a little bit. Don't take long. Then we'll overlap it like that. We'll take it over here. Now you can see what I got. Now you really don't have to stitch it, but I'm gonna stitch it. I know a lot of y'all might not have a sewing machine, so you can just glue it together. But you gotta put the other piece in, but this for the piece for the mirror. If I can find the other one. Wait 1 second. Let me look for the other one. All right. Okay, we got it. First, we got I'm using a smaller drill bit so I can drill this hole out. That's so we'll be able to put our screw in. Somewhat put it in place, fold it over, match the hole up. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and put the screw in so I know it's in place. Let me find the screw. I got one here. Get this screwdriver. Once I get the screw in, I'll cut y'all back on. Okay, now we got the screw in, so we know this in the right position. Because this was gonna hold, let me go back over it. This gonna hold this here. To the roof of the car. It goes in there and it tighten down to keep it in place. So now you could glue this. If you ain't got no sewing machine, glue it around it, and you're done. But I'm gonna make my stitch. I'm gonna take it up to the sewing room and make my stitch. I'm gonna put one here, also around. I might glue it down a little bit to hold it in place so it won't keep on flapping on me. Now I'm about to make my stitch on my sun visor on the console. 206 RB-5. sun visors completed. It went from this here like some velvet material to some suede. This is actually my second time doing any type of sewing for as a upholster. I think it turned out good. What y'all think? To be a rookie at it. Then it got that cushion to it since I put that foam behind it compared to what this was. They ready to be installed now. Y'all stay tuned.
We never stop.